Some journeys are about the destination, others are about the thrill of the ride itself. But every so often, you discover a route that offers both. An adventure that takes you deep into nature while carrying you along tracks steeped in history and mystery. Taiwan's secret train to the mountains is exactly that kind of journey, hidden away from the busy cities and far removed from the island's famous tourist attractions. This little-known railway wins its way up through dense forests, misty hills, and untouched mountain landscapes. It is a living reminder of Taiwan's rich cultural past and its deep connection with the natural world. Let us explore 5 key aspects of Taiwan's secret train to the mountains: the hidden history, the stunning landscapes, the charm of slow travel, the connection with local communities, and the lasting impact this journey leaves on the heart and mind. Uncovering the hidden history of Taiwan's mountain railway, Taiwan's secret mountain train is not just a scenic route. It is a line steeped in history, originally built during the early 20th century when Taiwan was under Japanese rule. Back then, the railway served a practical purpose, carrying harvested timber down from the remote mountain forests to the lowlands. The dense, ancient cypress and red cedar trees of the Alishan region were highly prized, and this narrow-gauge railway was the key to unlocking those mountain resources. What makes this railway special is that it was built with incredible engineering skill for its time. The track climbs steep gradients, loops around itself in spiral formations, and cuts through a series of hand-carved tunnels and towering wooden trestle bridges. Every twist and turn of the route speaks of human ingenuity combined with deep respect for the challenging mountain terrain. Over time, the timber trade faded, but the railway remained. Today, it carries passengers instead of logs, offering them a ride through history on vintage trains that seem frozen in time. Riding these tracks feels like stepping back into a world where the journey mattered as much as the destination. And here is something most travelers overlook. This railway was not meant to be a tourist attraction. It was a lifeline for remote communities and a testament to the resilience of people working in harmony with nature. When you ride this train, you are not just crossing landscapes. You are crossing through living history, soaking in the breathtaking mountain landscapes. As the train wins its way from lowland forests up into the cool mountain air, the scenery unfolds like a living postcard. You begin in dense, subtropical jungles filled with bamboo, ferns, and giant banyan trees. The air feels thick with moisture and the scent of fresh earth. But slowly, as the train climbs higher, the landscape begins to change. The dense jungle gives way to towering pine and cypress forests. Mist rolls over the treetops, weaving through the valleys like a slow, moving river. The sunlight filters through in soft, golden beams. Along the way, you pass waterfalls cascading down mossy cliffs, quiet mountain villages perched on steep hillsides, and terraced tea plantations clinging to the slopes. One of the most stunning moments comes when the train rounds a sharp bend and you see the mountains stretch out before you, layered in shades of blue and green as far as the eye can see. It feels like the world has opened up just for you. And because this railway remains a secret to many tourists, you often share these views with only a handful of fellow travelers. Here is something worth remembering. In an age when so many places feel crowded and overexposed, finding a hidden corner of the world like this is rare. The mountains of Taiwan offer a reminder that there are still places untouched by mass tourism, waiting patiently for those willing to seek them out. Rediscovering the charm of slow travel in a world obsessed with speed and convenience, there is something deeply rewarding about embracing slow travel. Taiwan's secret train to the mountains is not about getting from point A to point B in record time. The train moves at a gentle pace, often taking several hours to complete a route that a car could cover in less than half the time. But that slowness is the heart of the experience. As the train rattles gently along its tracks, you feel yourself slowing down with it. The usual rush of modern life fades into the background. There is no need to check your phone, worry about schedules, or think about the next thing on your list. You are simply there, watching the world drift by, feeling the rhythm of the tracks, and letting the journey unfold at its own pace. This kind of travel reminds you of something many people have forgotten. The journey itself can be the destination. The quiet moments, the passing views, the soft hum of the train, and the conversations shared with strangers all become part of a story that lingers in your memory long after the trip ends. And here is a question worth asking yourself: when was the last time you truly allowed yourself to slow down and enjoy the ride? Sometimes, stepping off the fast track is exactly what your heart needs. Connecting with local communities along the way, one of the most enriching parts of riding Taiwan's mountain train is the chance to connect with the small communities that dot the railway's route. These villages, often tucked away in dense forests or perched on steep hillsides, are home to people who have lived in harmony with the mountains for generations. As the train stops at tiny stations, you have the chance to step off, wander through quiet streets, and meet locals whose lives are deeply connected to the land. Many of these communities are home to Taiwan's indigenous peoples, each with their own rich cultural traditions, languages, and ways of life. You may find yourself chatting with a local tea farmer, tasting fresh mountain-grown tea brewed in the traditional way. Or you might stumble upon a village market selling handmade crafts, traditional foods, and woven goods. These moments of genuine connection offer a glimpse into a way of life far removed from the tourist crowds of Taipei or Kaohsiung. And here is something that stays with you: the warmth and hospitality of these communities, their pride in their culture, and their deep respect for nature. It reminds you that travel is not just about seeing places. It is about meeting people and sharing stories across cultures and backgrounds. Finding peace and reflection in the heart of nature, perhaps the most powerful gift Taiwan's secret mountain train offers is the sense of peace and reflection that comes from being immersed in nature. The slow climb through shifting landscapes, the soft murmur of the forest, and the quiet stillness of the mountain air create a space where your thoughts can settle and your heart can breathe. There are moments on the journey: a silent pause at a misty mountain station, a glimpse of a deer moving quietly through the trees, a sudden break in the clouds revealing a sunlit valley, when you feel a profound sense of presence. These are moments that remind you how beautiful life can be when you are fully awake to it. Traveling through Taiwan's mountains on this secret train is not just a scenic ride. It is a journey inward, a chance to reconnect with yourself away from the noise and rush of the world. The peace you find here is not fleeting. It is a reminder that even in a fast-paced modern life, moments of stillness are waiting. You just have to seek them out. And here is something to reflect on. How often do we give ourselves the space to be still, to reflect, and to reconnect with what truly matters? Sometimes, a quiet ride through the mountains can teach you more about life than any book or lecture ever could. Taiwan's secret train to the mountains is more than a hidden gem. It is a journey that blends history, nature, culture, and personal reflection into an experience unlike any other. If you are searching for a journey that takes you beyond the ordinary, one that invites you to slow down, connect deeply, and see the world through new eyes, this is it. Taiwan's mountain railway is waiting, ready to carry you not just through the landscape, but into a deeper appreciation of life itself. And if this stirred something within you, make sure to join us for our next video, where we explore other hidden rail journeys around the world, each offering its own path to wonder, reflection, and unforgettable adventure.